They can't shame you if you are unshameable. What was tea for them is testimony for you. And because you're unashamed to tell your story, God is going to use your story. Your testimony is a testament to the goodness of God over your life. I need you to know that your testimony has not only made room for you, but your testimony has made room in your finances. It's made room for others. It's helped others heal. It's helped people who were stuck where you were stuck get out of where you were stuck at. It's going to produce wealth for you, your children, their children, their children, their children, their children, and so on and so forth. Because what was tea for them was testimony for you. You understand? Let me tell you something. A lot of people will try to shame you. A lot of people may try to bring up your old deeds, what you used to do, how you used to act, what you used to say, what you used to help, who you used to hang around with. People will try to bring up your past because they want to diminish the image that God is trying to build in you. You understand what I'm saying? They want to destroy the image that God is trying to make of you. So people will try to blackmail. They will try to sabotage. But God says there is no sabotage when your story has made room for you. There is no sabotage when your story is going to be the reason why you're on those billboards. When your story is going to be the reason why you become one of the world's best-selling authors. When your story is the reason why you have a all-time selling movie about your life. Your story is going to be the reason why. So tell your story, whether that be in song, whether that be in movie or film, whether that be in a book, whether that be through dance, whether that be through painting, whether it be through hair or makeup, fashion design. Tell your story. People can walk around with their lips turned up. They can walk around with their eyes caught. They can walk around with their face round up and their nose turned up, their mouth twisted. But understand that what was tea for them is testimony for you. It's okay. It's cool. I may have came from what I came from, but baby, I made it out of where I came from. I may have done what I used to do, but baby, I made it out of doing it. My story may be harsh. My story may be tough, but that just shows how tough I am. My story may be tough, but that shows how tough of a God I got and how much he got my back. My story may be interesting, but that tells you that I'm a peculiar person and that I have an interesting story attached to me. That tells you that my testimony is going to be even bigger. Because the bigger the fall, the bigger the come up. The lower the fall, the higher you have to go up to get to the... I need you to understand that the come up is going to be huge. I need you to understand that the blessings and the anointing is going to be... It's going to be huge. It's going to be full. The oil is going to drip off of you from your forehead down. Because God has appointed you and God has called you. And I need you to also understand how strong you are and why God has chosen you. You've tried to give up. You've tried to quit. You've tried to throw in the towel. You tried to take your life. But God said, I couldn't let you go because it wasn't your time, because you have an assignment. And I have something important that I need you to do. So you're not leaving until I'm done with you. You're not leaving until you do what I need you to do. Heaven is not ready for you. Can't nobody harm you. Can't nobody take you up out of here. Premature death can't have you. Suicide can't have you. Depression and anxiety can't have you. So I need you to write this, type this in the comments. You can't have me for long. You may be depressed right now. You may have anxiety right now. You may be stressed right now. But you can't have me for long. Because about this time tomorrow, things are going to change. And now don't go around thinking that I mean physically, specifically tomorrow. For some people, maybe. But understand that a day to us is 1,000 to God and vice versa. 1,000 days to us is 1 day to God. About this time tomorrow, things are going to change. So take our Chronos time and God's Kairos time. That could mean in a month, in a week, or a day. But about this time tomorrow, things are going to change. Because some situations can't just change in 1 day. If you're going through a divorce, that may not happen by tomorrow, but it could happen by next month or by next year. You may have me, but you can't have me for long. You thought you were drinking tea. You thought that it was funny. But let's see how funny it's going to be when you're in the same position that I left you in. Let's see how funny it's going to be when you're in the same spot. and you looking up at me, because God is going to exalt me on high, because God is going to place me in the faces of my enemies, and but not only my enemies, in front of people who adore and people who love me. People don't like the way that people love you. They don't like the way that people adore you. They don't like the way people honor you. They don't like the way people respect you. They don't like the way people look up to you. Who you think you is? You think you better than you ain't who you think you are. You need to humble yourself. I am who God says I am, baby. I am who God says I am. That should be your attitude. I am who God says I am. The next time somebody comes up to you and says, who you think you is, say exactly who you think I am. Because the only reason why they came up to you and they made that remark is because they think highly of you. They're hoping that you don't. They think highly of you, but they're hoping that you don't know who you are. Who you think you is. I am who God says I am, and I'm exactly who you think I am. I'm exactly who you look up to. I'm exactly who you wish you could be. And this ain't got nothing to do with pride, but it's Godfidence. It's confidence that God made me who I am. And who I am is gonna, shake foundations. Who I am is going to change things. And who I am is going to change you. Who I am is going to change them. Who I am has changed me. The new version of me has changed who I used to be. I may have came from where I came from, and you can turn your nose up at me, and you can twist your lips at me, and you can frown up at my delivery and how I speak. But God called me. Put that in the comments. God called me. God called me. They can't make you unashamed. They can't make you ashamed if you are unashamed. If you are unashamed of your story, I've already told it. Put that in the comments. I've already told it. There ain't nothing that they can say that you haven't already spoken out, or that you're not already, that you haven't already worked out with God and became unashamed of. And, God is about to do it. Your testimony is a testament of God's hand over your life. Your testimony is a testament. I'm hungry. Your testimony is a testament that God never took his hand up off of you. And if they had any sense, and if they were in their right mind, they would understand, understand, and overstand that something is happening here. No matter what I do or what I say, this person continues to rise. Let me leave them alone, because God's hand is on them. If they had sense. Continue to be unashamed. Continue to tell your testimony out loud. Continue to shout it to the heaven tops and to the rooftops, because God is going to do something with it, because you were unashamed. There's people in your family who were ashamed of their testimonies, and because they were ashamed, they didn't make it to where God wanted them to make it to. God can't do it for you. God can't share your testimony for you. God can't do and follow his instructions for you. But don't allow their guilt for being ashamed of their story to stop you from being unashamed of yours. Stay unashamed. You are unshameable.